doing, Luna? Oh, we're going live. We're live. Hello, everyone. We are live. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we have puppies and babies. And Rebekah, are you on? We're live.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Hi, everybody.
I started off by saying we have puppies and babies today.
Mommy's
Keep saying my turn. All right, family, thank you so much for coming out. Today we are talking about summer camps, and Victoria likes to join us today. So hello, welcome. All right, family, so we have an update for you on what are camps on Outschool. So Victoria really she wants to be part of it. So
I know she loves teacher Casey.
so cute.
Both my daughters do.
Aww.
She's kind of grown up with you.
I know.
On
She's
YouTube
so
and stuff.
big.
I know. She's 2.5 now.
Aww. It's so fast. Oh, now my puppies want to talk to us.
Oh, I hear them.
All right. So, Rebekah, the first thing is, what is a camp on Outschool?
So the definition of an Outschool camp is something that meets at least 2 or more times in a single week. It can last for 1 week or up to 8 weeks long. So it could be a multi-day class. Well, it has to be listed. Well, it's either a multi-day class that has a definite ending, or it could be an ongoing class, but it has to be at least twice a week that you meet. So it can't be just a once a week ongoing class.
Right. And it's up to 8 weeks. Not sure if you mentioned that when I was
muting
for the puppy.
Which is fine because the summer is only like 8 to 12 weeks long anyway. A lot of parents want those shorter classes where it's like meet for a week and be done, or meet for 2 weeks and be done, because they have other things going on in their lives. They have vacations and in-person camps and stuff like that. So to commit to 8 weeks can be a bit tricky for some parents.
Right. And it's up to 8 weeks. So
yes. And it has to be live meetings. So you can't do flex classes as a camp.
Right. Excellent. Sorry, guys. My husband's going to come get her. So I think she thinks I'm talking to her. I think she keeps looking at me, and every time I speak she starts barking back. So I think she thinks I am like excited to talk to her. Okay. So back to summer camps.
Right.
That's how we roll on this channel though, right? So, all right. So that's for the parents. So we know what summer camps are. And it does say that if you meet these requirements as a teacher, to add the word camp to your class title or description so that it'll show up in more places. So if somebody's searching for a camp, yours might come up as well.
Yes. Yeah, so you say camp or summer camp in the class title and maybe in the course description, to help with the searches. One thing I forgot to mention is that the sections have to be from May to early August. So it has to fit in that time somewhere.
Excellent. All right. The next question was, when can I create a camp course?
Now.
So this would be for teachers.
Start now, because it is end of May right now. So start now, get that class listing out. My tip for any new class is once you get that approved, immediately schedule sections. So either before it's approved or right after it's approved, because 24 hours after you get the, yay, your class is approved email, the parents will get an email 24 hours later, and then they'll start clicking on going, oh yeah, let's book it. Oh, no times are offered. Huh. Okay. Well, I'll come back to it. They never do. I don't ever go back. I get so many emails that I forget to go back to see when are they available. So schedule some sections right away. So parents go, yeah, that time works for me. Boom, book.
Right.
Okay. So you have to do your sections either as you're creating the class or within that 24 hours afterwards.
Right. Excellent advice. Very good. So one thing it does say is now camps can be anytime, right? Anytime, like there's a school break or a holiday.
Right.
Think about those ahead of time and start making your camps. but definitely get those summer camps up there now. I don't know about you guys, but when something is coming up like summer, I like to make a schedule. And then when the new school year is coming up, I create another schedule. So just think about, parents are already starting to schedule out their summer plans. So if they're not done already, like,
yeah, some like in-person camps you have to schedule now. So then, okay, this week is gonna be a camp. Ooh, this week is gonna be a 2-week vacation. We've already booked hotels and stuff. You have to do those early too, and flights early. So yeah, a lot of parents have already kind of scheduled out in chunks for the summer, but they go, I have a week of nothing. Let's do an Outschool camp.
My flight's in 10 days, Rebecca.
Woo-hoo! Where are you going?
I'm going to Germany to visit my friends.
Yay, exciting.
I'm so excited. Okay, so back to camps. So I don't know if you have the email up, but Outschool talks about what makes a great virtual camp. Do you have that up? Oh, it's Victoria's going, okay, so I'm going to give you what makes a great virtual camp: team building or social emotional learning, a clear project or goal, intentional skill building, and passionate exploration. So it just makes camps fun, right? They're passionate about something you're teaching and you're passionate about it. So you've got all this enthusiasm. They're learning something, maybe an end goal or an end project, and always team building and social emotional learning. So that is always to make your camp successful. I am checking the chat box. Let's see, we have, oh, hey, Jillian, thanks for coming. Is your hair purple? It's purple, blue, and pink this time. Last time I had blue, green, and something. I just love color. I just have to have some color in my life. So yes, if you have any questions on summer camps for Outschool, make sure to put them in the description box below. Tell us hi. Let us know you're here. All right, back to camps. Reaching more families with multiple camp options. So for this one, they were talking about like optional days and lengths of camp. I thought it was kind of interesting. It says, when it comes to choosing a length for your camp, camps lasting 3 to 5 days are usually among the most popular on Outschool, but certain topics may work best with longer camps. And it says that some educators find success offering short-term camp with optional days. So for example, you can list a 4-day camp and then maybe have the 5th day as optional. So some people can get that camp as a 1-day class, or they can use it as a 5th day of your 4-day camp. So I thought that was super interesting.
Yeah, so you list 4 days as a multi-day course and then 1 day as a one-time class. And so you go, okay, these people enroll in this one to have like day 5, like one example they had is like a magic show one. So you work on the magic tricks, and then day 5 is the magic show where you perform for your friends. Well, anybody can come to that one. Even if they don't attend this class, they can like, okay, let's just do a magic show or show and tell thing. So it's kind of like a concluding thing like that. That's kind of fun. That makes kind of sense.
I think that's super cute. That's an awesome idea. I mean, I think you could do that with lots of different classes as well. So
you could do like a
Oop, can you hear me?
No.
Uh-oh. See, I'm like, switching between screens, so I missed it.
Just no, she's muting my mic. Oh, goodness.
Oh, no.
It's like I'm talking and then I'm not talking. Yeah, you could do like a story time class and then the last day is show and tell. Yeah, that's another idea.
All right, so we talked a little bit about helping your camp get noticed by families by using the word camp or summer camp. Do you have any ideas for helping your camp get noticed, Rebekah?
Keyword. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think we're not muted. She keeps,
no, you're good.
Oh, it's a clicky button. I'm going to click it. Like, no. Every time you click it, I mute, and then I unmute. Oh, joys of being a mom, right?
Of course.
You guys are so forgiving. Use the word camp, summer camp, put some keywords all over your description. So the example that they gave was the magic show one. So in that one, in the description, they use the words magic, magician, sleight of hand. So even though the summary could be a little bit clunky, they want to do all these key words that somebody might choose. So if you want to do a preschool thing, add the words preschool, reading, math, readiness, something like that. If you want to do like science.
Awesome. So also it talks about creating your sections from May through early August and offer camps that last 3 to 5 days. Pick a theme, skill, or project for each camp. So there's also, they have an educator, Aaron Potzik, and there's an article about him. We're not going to read that one, but you are welcome to go in there. And he talks about his experience on teaching some of these summer courses. So now I thought this was interesting. Rebekah, did you see the most popular camp topics in 2021? Oh, did I lose her? Let's see. It's art, travel, cooking, baking, and chess. So Outschool also gave us, hi, Victoria. Outschool also gave us a 2022, like popular, what's trending for 2022. So art, coding, English camps are the most demand right now. Families are looking for camps on Mondays, it says. 92% of camp searches include Monday as a filter, but there currently aren't enough classes available to meet the demand. So if you teach on Mondays, get that camp listed. I thought that was pretty interesting. There is also a gap in supply for music and health and wellness camps. So if you teach these subjects, consider creating summer camps to fill this gap. Do you want to know the popular search terms, Rebekah? I think the baby still has the microphone. Oh, there you are.
I'm there, yeah.
Do you want to hear the popular search terms right now for 2022?
Yes, I want to know the search terms.
There's a few of them. Ready? Drawing, gaming, travel, dance, reading, debate, writing, Spanish, cooking, singing, not it, math, travel, oh, I could do some travel, finance and stock market, art, Minecraft, French, chess, social skills, Roblox, book club, science, creative writing, and coding.
A good mix of academic and non-academic, like those fun classes. Yeah. I like that. People are like, okay, I don't want to have that summer slump. Let's do the academics. And then also parents are like, let's do baking. Let's do, art.
Did you hear that 92% of camp searches include Monday as a filter? But there aren't enough right now?
Yeah, so you could do like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Or you could do Monday through Friday.
Right. Jillian said stock market. I'm surprised. Yeah. Like,
can I take that class?
I know. Right? Yes, I hear you. She's so cute. All right. So those are the most popular topics right now. And then I wanted to ask Rebekah, what is the difference between summer pods and summer camps? Oop, are you still on there? Oh. Mommy's turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to answer this. She's like, I don't know the answer.
Oh, did you hear the question?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Oh, yay. So what is the difference between the summer pods and summer camps on Outschool?
Right. So, oh, she's showing off these cool pens we got. So summer pods are where there's a group of teachers. Mommy's turn to talk. You're so fun. Yeah, pens. Look, she's got pens too. So summer pods are a group of teachers, at least 3 or more, 2 or more teachers doing together like a team teaching, one a day or all the same day. And the kids stay the same as a pod of kids. And they're usually 1 month long courses, and you can re-enroll for the next month. So this summer we have like a June class, and then we have a July class. So you can re-enroll, you continue on. And these meet 3 to 5 days, depending on what class you're taking, a week. And it's like a full-blown kind of a curriculum. I'm involved in 2 different pods. One's meeting 3 days a week, and it's just for fun games. It's called Sandlot. It's for that middle ranges of like, I think it's like 7 to a 9. I don't know. I have to look at the ages of that one, but it's for like the middle elementary ages. And we just play fun games and have like a fun time with that. The other one is Bright Horizons, and that's gonna be more academic for the preschoolers. So it's got reading readiness, circle time, STEM. I do the STEM part, Spanish, music. So the kids can have a little bit of academics throughout the day without being, overwhelmed by it.
Yeah.
So that's the pod where it's like a month-long course, 3 or more times a week. I'm almost done, hon. No, a summer camp. I know.
Victoria.
Not yet. I'm almost done. And then your turn. Not yet. Oh. Okay, while I'm talking. Okay, real close to the microphone. So summer camp is more flexible. You could do like a 1-week long camp. Last year, I did one that. Okay, you want to tell her too? Yeah. Okay. Like last week, I grouped my science experiments into groups, and like 3 days, 1 week done. Or I did another one that was like 2 weeks, 1 week and done. So I try to get them shorter camps. Yeah, you like my hands doing that too? Yeah. You're a good copier. I like that. So individual summer camps is one teacher, one subject. They choose the time, and it's a little more flexible. A pod is 1 month long, groups of teachers, same group of kids.
She's a group of teachers.
Now it's my turn.
So cute. Yay.
Yay. Good job, Victoria.
You did a great job. Okay, so down below, I did post in the description box some of teacher Rebekah's pods. She has some summer pods that are going on. So we did put that in the description box below. Let's see. Jillian said she would be bored for the stock market. I kind of find it interesting. I don't know. And she used to work for Bright Horizons.
It is a very common name, yes.
Mm-hmm. And she said mom life over there relating hardcore.
I know there's a lot of moms out here who can relate. So I'm like, I'm bringing her today. Why not?
Yeah. And we should mention that Rebekah just did on her channel like a pregnancy, how to be pregnant and teach, and some tips and things on her channel. And she does say she's not an expert, but guys, I need you to vote on this one because she has been, okay, she had a baby when she started teaching online. Then she was pregnant and having a baby while teaching online. Now she is pregnant with 2 kids, like teaching online.
One kid, yeah, but like, yeah. So yeah, I started teaching. So here
that
my
is
kid,
an expert, Rebekah.
Yeah, my 6-year-old was 5 months old when I started teaching VIP Kid. And then I taught that, and then I was teaching VIP Kid pregnant with the littlest one here, who's now 2.5. At 5 months old or so, I started teaching with Outschool with her. So during the daytime, so that was interesting. Now I'm pregnant again, doing Outschool and ESL. So I just talked about how I schedule things and how I do things. And yes, I do screen time, and that's okay.
You are an expert.
Yes. And yeah, and just for the people who are wondering, I am 28 weeks pregnant now. So 7 months, getting that bump showing. People are like, oh, you're having a baby. Yes, I am. Versus, are you fat or having a baby? In that awkward stage where you're like, do I ask? I'm afraid to ask. Well, now it's like,
when you're
here
not
it is.
They ask if you are, and you're like,
no. I know it gets awkward.
That was the one question that helped me lose 50 pounds, though. So I'm not like.
I know. Well, one of the worst comments I got is 2 months after my first one was born. You still have that baby weight because you don't go down to skinny right away. I mean, you go down a little bit, but not right away. And I go, oh, when's your baby due? Oh, 2 months ago. Oh, do you have another one in there? No.
Come on, that's just someone that doesn't know anything.
It's like a little old grandma who said that. I'm like, that hurts.
My kids were like 6 and 7 when I got asked if I was pregnant. So it was time.
I know it takes her to get that mommy pooch gone. I always gain more after pregnant than I do during pregnant. I usually lose a little bit. So I'm still under pre-pregnancy right now. So. Oh, wow.
Yeah. No.
I don't lose too much. Like I lose like 10 and then I gain like 15. So it ends up being, fine. I do gain at the end as baby gets bigger, but baby eats all of everything I eat.
Okay, so there's this one more thing I wanted to talk about, Rebekah, and I think it's important for parents and for teachers. And that was the part where it's talking about trust and safety tips.
Yes, I saw that.
And the reason I think it's important for parents as well is because when we ask them to turn on their camera, sometimes they're like, why? You know what I mean? But I think if you hear this part, the trust and safety tips for summer camps or for classes in general, I think it'll make sense. So really quick, camper check-in. First, we ask that all educators offering long summer camp programs review and refresh their knowledge of Zoom. So it talks about how to admit the learners. And did you know for Outschool it says never admit all? That is different.
I have seen that lately. I am guilty of doing that because if I have 5 people in there and I know all 5, they're my regulars, I'll do admit all because they're my regulars. But I need to remember to do admit each one. One thing I have noticed as of like a week or 2 ago, Zoom seems to have changed their admit and their remove buttons. So I would go to like the left button to admit and like, nope, that says remove. Oh no, it usually gets a warning. Are you sure you want to remove them? No, they're fine. So always look for that blue button that says admit because they swapped them.
Oh, good to know. So make sure you know how to admit students, stop the video, remove learners, disable the chat, disable annotations, and more. So go into Zoom and check them out and refresh yourself if you need to.
It has a good question, Casey. Why not admit all?
Oh, so I can only go from what I've learned teaching on other platforms, or if you've ever been Zoom bombed, you'll know why not to admit all, or the button where you can enable it so they can all just keep coming in. You might admit somebody that's not really a student in there, and they have done some really harsh stuff. So hopefully that if you ever get Zoom bombed and you have kids in your classroom, that it's not disgusting. But one time when it happened, it was gross. So be careful with that. You want to make sure you are admitting the correct people. Does it not log their attendance? I don't really get a log of attendance, but you do want to make sure that the student matches who's on your roster. But at the end, Rebekah, correct me if I'm wrong, at the end, you can see if they attended class, right?
Yeah, at the end, it does say who attended the class. But if you have this random person coming in, it may not log them.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh. You put on me? Oh.
Yeah, so it does say who is there and things, but it's best just to check.
Yeah, and if you see somebody that's name doesn't match up, check the parent's name, because sometimes it could be accidentally as the parent's name, and then once they get into the classroom, they can change it. They are not able to change it before they're entering the classroom. There's a Zoom feature.
Oh, okay.
So you have to let them in and then see who they are. Go, oh, I know you, or I don't know you.
Right.
You know, tell me who you are. Okay, bye, remove. But you have to do a quick check-in.
Yeah. So she says, right, but you don't know sometimes until they come in. Exactly.
Right.
So that's why you really want to make sure you know where the buttons are to remove them and things.
Yep.
So it's just basically talking about refreshing your memory on how to do it. It does also say never leave learners alone. So this is probably for the ones that they have like all day camps. So you need to make sure not to leave them alone. Do's and don'ts. In addition to reviewing Zoom features, here are some pro tips to keep your learners, to keep your learners protected, I'm guessing it's supposed to say, in your virtual classroom during learning break. So turn off your live camera whenever you step away. Remember that Outschool allows no substitutes for individual educators or unsupervised guest speakers. So if you host a guest speaker, you are responsible for them. Turn off all learners' live video camera feeds when you step away. Remind learners that they may not share any personal information, including personal emails, addresses, phone numbers, gaming handles, etc.
And even mentioning cities is kind of iffy. So, I mean, states and countries maybe, but not even cities.
Yeah. Disable the chat functions if you step away. Be sure to verify each learner briefly on camera after each break. That means asking each learner to turn their video on at the beginning of your next session. Monitor the classroom walls and discussions at regular intervals after you've been away. Be mindful of safety issues and proactive in safeguarding your classroom, and feel free to contact support or the safety team if needed. So the safety team, we've talked about them again. They step in if we see anything that we need to report or things like that. So yeah. So they have a lot of other things in this, what am I trying to say, article. So if you have questions, I really urge you to go look. They do talk about things like you shouldn't do, like don't allow the learners to remain on camera or become the host. Don't assign a learner to host the meeting at any time, things like that. So Rebekah, are you still here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking at Jillian's comment in the chat box about the all-day camps. Yeah, I haven't ever done one of those, and I'm hesitant to enroll my 6-year-old into an all-day camp. But if you have an older one and you want to do like a 3-hour camp, I know some of the pods do that. And so every hour they rotate teachers. So the kids stay the same. And so they have like a 10-minute break where the kids can like log off and go to the bathroom and then come back. Last summer, we did do summer camps that were 3 hours long with 2 teachers, and we did breakout rooms, and then we had a little break. So that was kind of nice to do those, but I wouldn't do more than 3 hours. And if I do, I would find a way to do an organization, a pod, or team teach, because that's a long time for one. Hold on. It's mommy's turn to talk. I would find a way to do like multiple teachers or break it up a little bit. So it's not just 3 hours straight. They do need some breaks in there.
Right. And also, if you are doing classes over 3 hours, then you will need to log off or end the meeting and re-enter so that you can keep the recording if you want access to the full camp recordings. So that's something I didn't know.
Zoom has a 3-hour limit. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So,
Not that I would go more than 3 hours, but
right. I do know some camps that have gone over there, and you know, some of those can be really interesting depending on what you're teaching, what you're doing. If you're doing like a project a day or a cooking or baking class or something like that, you know, maybe you want the longer camps. Think about like when kids go away to summer camps, it's not just like these short little classes, but these longer things. So, for me, I don't know if I could keep my own attention that long. So.
I think a good example would be baking, because you have to, sometimes it takes an hour to like mix it and you put in the oven. And then while it's cooking, you could do a game or a story time or something else and bake something else. Then when it comes out, you let it cool and you want to frost it or decorate or whatever. So you could do like a 2-hour camp. And if you do that 2 days a week, you can make 2 big long things. And, you know, that could work. Because sometimes the baking is like, well, you got it baked. Come back tomorrow to decorate, like, you know.
Right. Which could be,
which you could do like 2 days, one bake and one decorate. Done.
I mean, you could take hours just teaching how to make a rose to decorate that cake. Let me tell you, those are a pain in the bum.
You know, while it's baking, let's practice on our paper to make the rose, and then tomorrow we're going to do it actually on the cake. So put in the fridge overnight or whatever, so that it lasts. I'm not a very good baker, but I have seen baking shows. I watched baking.
Right.
But yeah, you can think of your theme. But yeah, last summer we had these great summer camps, and we might bring some more out, you know, here and there. But if you are a parent, I would just search camps or summer camps, and you'll see some of them are short, some of them are long. You have to click on each class to see how many weeks they are. Are they half-hour classes? Are they 2-hour classes? How many days a week do they meet? And find one that works for you and your schedule.
And if you're a teacher, they're looking for camps to start on Mondays. So might be a good idea for you.
Right.
Teachers, go get your classes booked, put them up there. And parents, go take a look and see what classes we have on Outschool. And let us know in the chat box. What kind of camps are you looking for? What kind of camps are you putting out there for your students? We'd love to know. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. The goal this year is 2,000, Rebekah.
Okay, good. What are you at now?
We are trying to get 2,000. Let's see if we can get to 2,000 before the end of this year.
1.5 subscribers. So we got about 500 more, give or take. You can do it. You can do it.
I think they're out there. All right, everyone. We will see you next week. Wow. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for coming, Jillian and everybody.